I'm Gareth Kane and welcome to Ask Gareth. The idea here, as always, is very simple. You ask me questions about sustainability, corporate social responsibility, green business, and I do my best to answer them. And the question this time is very topical, and it comes from Karen, and it is, Dear Gareth, what is the future of sustainability in the age of Donald Trump? Well, good question. Now, we at Ask Gareth try to be as apolitical as possible, but I don't think it's controversial to say that when it comes to environment and sustainability issues, the election of Donald Trump has thrown the cat amongst the pigeons. Already, the president has restarted progress on the Keystone XL pipeline. He has threatened to pull out of the Paris Agreement, and there's even talk of the abolition of the Environmental Protection Agency. So, very uncertain times, possibly big changes, who knows what will happen. I think the only thing you can predict about Mr. Trump is his unpredictability. But on this side of the Atlantic as well, in Europe, we have the whole Brexit debate going on, and nobody knows yet how that's going to play out, and it will have a major effect. It'll have an effect on regulation, it'll have an effect on trade, it'll even have an effect on those interconnectors which help to balance supply and demand between various countries in Europe. Who knows where we're going to end up? So, how do we cope with all this unpredictability? Well, don't panic. I'm going to provide you with 3 powerful ideas that I think will help you survive this age of unpredictability. The first one is you have to escape what we call the tyranny of the present. And this is all the short-term noise that can distract us from what we are trying to do. You know, famously, Harold Macmillan, when he was British Prime Minister, was asked what's the hardest thing about being Prime Minister, and he said, events, my dear boy, events. And there's an awful lot of truth in that, as we do constantly get buffeted by change and by noise and political upheaval and all these things going on, and we always have done and we always will do. So in a way, what I'm saying here is we've got to accept that unpredictability and rise above it. And the next 2 ideas will hopefully help you do that. The second one of our 3 is control what you can control. And particularly if you're in a large corporate, then you have immense power, immense buying power. Never mind political influence, you have immense buying power. Anti-capitalists have complained for decades that large corporations have more power than many countries, and it's very true, but you can use that power for good, because Donald Trump can't stop you investing in renewable energy. Donald Trump can't stop you eradicating aggressive chemicals from your processes and products, and Donald Trump can't stop you creating closed-loop business models. So you can make all those changes happen no matter who's in power. The power is yours to make. Even a small business can decide how they're going to spend their money. Buying power is very powerful. Use it wisely. And don't forget, it affects something wider than your corporate footprint, because if, say, you make a major investment in renewable energies, that will work to bring down renewable energy costs for other people to exploit as well. Right, the third and last point I'd like you to make is to set long-term goals, or long-ish term goals, I should probably say. I encourage my clients to set goals in the 7 to 10 year time span, and make sure they're stretch targets that you're setting as well, rather than annual incremental ones, because stretch targets will focus your mind on the step changes required towards sustainability. And this pushes your mind way beyond all that short-term noise. Now, I say longish because if you go much further than 10 years, then you sort of lose that immediacy that you need to start taking action now. So particularly senior executives will say, oh, I'll be on the golf course, or I'll be pushing up the daisies by the time we get to anywhere close to, say, 2050. And I've seen people try and set corporate goals for 2050. It is daft. So long-term goals, not too long-term, will focus your mind in the future. Now, with our clients, how we exploit that to escape the tyranny of the present is we use a technique called backcasting, where you create an image of the organisation if it has met its goals in that time frame, and then you work backwards in steps to the present day to work out what you need to start doing now to hit that trajectory. And what you tend to find is those actions are generally independent of any of the short-term uncertainties that are going on at the minute. So you can take them and you start to make that long-term trajectory through all the turbulence and noise that's coming on. So how do we bring all that together? The triple bottom line this time is a famous quote from Alan Kay. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. Okay, Karen, I hope that both answers your question and assuages some of your fears. Everybody else, what do you think? Have you got examples, or do you disagree with anything I said? Put it all in the comments below the video here, and I will do my best to answer every single one. If you find this video useful, then please like it and share it amongst your colleagues, friends, family, anybody else you think might be interested. And if you'd like every future edition of Ask Gareth, then please go to www.terrainpharma.co.uk and sign up to the Low Carbon Agenda. That's my monthly bulletin, which has not only Ask Gareth, but a whole raft of other great stuff besides. And don't forget, whether you're making minor changes to the environmental performance of your organisation or facilitating massive step changes towards sustainability, it all counts. You're making the world a better place and you should be proud of that. Until next time, goodbye.